for it. Oh, hold on. I guess I'll have to save the best for later. No, I lied. We're bringing the best in now. It is time for us to start our next run. Everyone, please give your warmest furry hugs to iBolt07 as they run Spyro the Dragon.
What's up, guys? So I've been running this since September of 2019, and I've become quite addicted. Do I go ahead and start now?
By all means.
By all means. All right. So this is like my first time running through, explaining to a large group of people, and I've got my buddy Crash in here with me, and he'll be able to explain some of the strats. But
Okay, rolling.
Oh,
Hey guys, how you doing?
Peace.
Spyro and Crash in the same room?
Wrong Crash, but I am mistaken for him.
So the first thing you'll notice about this run when I pop out here is there's no real slow movement in here at all. It's all going to be the charge button basically throughout the entire thing. You don't let up on that charge button. There's a lot of different mechanics that you'll see that this game uses that kind of maybe were intended but weren't meant to be used. But this game is actually one of the least broken PS1 games from my experience. The other two Spyros, the 80% category PBs, are like less than 10 minutes. So, or maybe not for Spyro 3, but yeah. So basically, the way this route is constructed is I had it written down like how this was constructed. The route goes basically based on the idea that you need a bunch of prerequisites to exit each hub world. The hub world containing the portals. The first place we're gonna go is Stone Hill, which is kind of boring, but there's a little bit of a well hop at the beginning there. But you'll see I'm going specifically strategic places, and I'll explain that in a second. First sequence break here. Missed it. It's okay. It's a pain in the butt one anyway, so I'm gonna try to take it a little slower. Slower, I said. Anyways, so but basically this the entire goal of the prerequisites you need. First, you need 10 dragons to exit artisans. You need 1,200 gems to exit peacekeepers. You need 5 eggs to exit magic crafters. You need 50 dragons to exit beast makers, and you need 6,000 gems to exit Dreamweavers and go to Nasty's World. And then when you get to Nasty's World, you need to complete the first 2 portals. You need to complete the Twilight Harbor and North Cove in that order, but reverse that order. You need to go to the exit of those lands to be able to access Nasty Nork. And basically what we're trying to do is cut down as much of that as we can and make it as compressed as possible. Fortunately, you still have the full game experience because you still have to break those 6,000 gems, 5 eggs, and 50 dragons to be able to access Nasty's World. So, you saw a little sequence break there. That one I did get. It was a ledge hop. There's a lot of momentum carrying in this run. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening so fast that I won't even be able to fully explain it, but I'm going to try my best. So you'll see I actually rescue 11 dragons and artisans. The reason for that is I'm setting myself up to skip a level later, Terrace Village. I do not have to do Terrace Village if I have that 11th dragon, because that 11th dragon allows me to basically condenses. I don't have to do an extra level. I don't have to go extra places in another level to get that dragon. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and pop out of here. First sequence break done. And you'll see another mechanic here, wall glide. This is a very strange mechanic. Basically, if you fly ever so slightly against a wall, you get to basically get to gain height or keep height, because normally in the game you have this the height mechanic, or the glide mechanic. When you double X, you lose height over time, just ever so slightly lose height. So then we'll go ahead and exit artisans here. I take a little bit of a different gem route to collect a few extra gems because I actually skip some gems on Cliff Town here, which you'll see. And go to Peacekeepers. All right, so basically Peacekeepers is where things get really, really difficult. So This is actually the first 3 sequence breaks of Peacekeepers are 3 of the most difficult in the run. So we're running Peacekeepers. And, of course, we're still rescuing dragons along the way. Now is a good opportunity to explain what flame charging is. There's 2 different, like, quick button mash mechanics. I missed a 5 gem there. One is charge gliding. It's one of the most important, like, movement techniques in this particular run. It's basically where you jump and then you charge right before you do a glide. The second one is flame charging. You'll see it here, where I actually tucked into a charge after flaming that box. What it did was it allowed the gem to home in, instead of the gem, you know, kind of bouncing in the air when it does when you flame an item. For those that understand the game, don't understand the game, never played it before, bear with me. But for those that have, they probably know what we're talking about. Like, you flame something, the gem just kind of drops. Whereas if you charge it, the gem will home into you. So, anyways. About to get to a pretty interesting strat here. Can you, so we got Maximo's jump coming up and try to focus on it. I'll explain it after. This might be a good time to plug charity for OAR.
Sure thing. We've actually got a couple donations that I meant to catch up on. Coda had donated $35 back during the Jersey Devil run saying, I apologize on behalf of all bats for the attack there. Sorry, but first try on the jump, baby! Appreciate that. Kyra WR83 donated their $40 saying, toy baseball. More like toy bads ball. Dirk Mathis donating $10 saying, that was a fun run of a game I've never seen. Here's to the Spyro run happening now as well, or coming up as well, in their words. And Zando Toaster with another $50 donation saying, I forgot my other favorite speed game was up right after Jersey Devil. Good luck, iBolt. Toast those Norks. Wait, is it Norks or Gnorks? Do they do the Gnome thing?
I didn't know Zando was a furry.
I'll take it as Florida, we call them Gnorks.
2 mechanics I'm going to have to explain here in a second, because a lot of people are probably like, what the heck's going on?
And the one you guys just saw there...
What was that? Go ahead.
I was about to explain the proxy you just pulled off right there. That was nice.
Pull off. Explain Mama Proxy, please, because I'm gonna focus on the level.
Essentially, what he just pulled off right there is that he got Spyro stuck between the enemy and the wall. So he's pinning himself between the wall and the hitbox, and what that did is slid him up onto the higher platform right there. So you get a nice jump off over to the side of the canyon.
Yeah. So it basically skips. It saves about 11 seconds to pull that off. Skips the glide over the river, and the Maximo's jump is I've coined it that name. It's I didn't invent the strat, but I coined it that name because I mean you jump over there to get Maximo's, basically cutting out having to go through the cave earlier in the level, and it also saves about 8 seconds. You'll see a lot of movement mechanics here in this game. It's like this game, like it's a very large amount of practice you have to put into this game to be able to get whatever it is you want out of this game, whether it's you're going for world record, sub 40, sub 50. I don't think I'm going for world record right now, but still can pretend I am.
Definitely feels like a lot of micromanaging to go on in this game too, because you have to keep a consistent count of your gems if you want to hit that 6,000 gold towards the end.
Correct. I have every time I go into the level, I'm looking at my gems and seeing exactly where I'm at. I have an idea of where I need to be at. I know exactly how many dragons I need to have at most moments in time, and also balancing that with all the stressful strategies and stuff. Because a lot of these strategies are like, am I gonna get this? Am I gonna get this? Most of the hard ones are early in the game, thankfully, so you get them out of the way early, so it gives the run more ability to, you know, the run more. I forgot, totally spaced down my words there. I'm sorry. It gives you more time to, like, you know, if you screw it up, want to reset. Oh well, it's a little more forgiving than going to the end of the run. We'll get to that later, and getting some really hard strats at the end of the run, and screwing them up.
Just remember, iBolt, a world record in its most basic definition is a record that is available in the world. So, even if you don't have the world record, as long as you recorded it and anyone in the world can look at it, it is a world record.
I didn't realize JD Puppy's in here. Hi, JD. I'm gonna not look back. No, this is actually, I just got, what I got there was Cliff Jump. Cliff Jump is one of the harder strats to pull off as well. It's a complete route changer when you actually implement that. A lot of people are afraid of that one, because it's like, if you miss it, you're going down into the canyon there, dying in the water there. But
And I saw you trying that during practice. I was glad you got it here.
What was that?
I saw you trying that during practice. I think that was the first time you got it today. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, that's... no, actually, I missed it in practice earlier today, but I did get it just now. I had a terrible run in practice today, so it's actually one of my faster runs of the day so far. But no, anyway, so flight levels. I do route the flight levels in, as do most of us, because they're 300 gems in a pretty short period of time. Again, this is all about getting as many gems as you can in as little time as possible. And so the object, of course, is to get basically. There's Alex Dest is one of the people that I actually follow a lot with these runs. He does other games as well, but his primary, like, one of his early speed games was Spyro. He's in the top 5 for this category as well. I think he's like 5th. He does a route, and I'm basing a lot of my routing off his, where he gets a lot more gems, even though it costs a little more time to skip some areas that you don't necessarily, skip some areas that are not super time savvy. He has like an idea that you need to be gaining like 2.7 gems every second or 2.7 gems or something like that every second. It's something ridiculous like that, to be able to get the 6,000. Anyway, so coming up to Ice Cavern here, we're gonna rescue Magnus, and if you want to go ahead and plug another donation bit, you can go ahead and do that now.
Thank you. We have 2 donations to read. We have $25 from Narf Moogle. Sorry, I really like that name. From Narf Moogle. It's Narf. Thank you, the fastest first, for hosting for autism awareness. Go Max, go! I appreciate it. And Far Jacko donates $10 saying, bonk. With that, we are at $220 out of $300 for the rolled out difficult level showcase. Listen, chat, I'm gonna be real with you. My birthday is in exactly 1 month, and all I want from you for my birthday is for us to fill this incentive before this run is over.
Guys, please fill the incentive, because I want to make sure this guy has his birthday wish.
I get my birthday wish too. Mine's in a week and a half. 2020
was full of a lot of unfulfilled wishes. If you can do one thing for me.
Are you gonna be? How old are you gonna be?
Enough.
I thought of something funnier than 24.
25.
Ah!
All right, everyone needs to donate increments of 25, either $2.50 or $25, or if you're absolutely insane, $250. But I want us to fill this incentive with nothing but 2.5 or 25 or instruments of $25.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Knife Ferret already with a $50 donation saying, "Dook dook 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 dook."
So what you're seeing here is called Magic Stare. A lot of people think that looks pretty clutch. It's actually not that hard. It's actually one of the easier strategies. It looks really cool though. It's all you have to do is just line it up right, and then you just literally hold X and square and mess with your analog.
Also, Night Ferret, I did see that your donation didn't get assigned to anything. So if you would like to go it to a specific, incentive, please let me know. I'm keeping an eye on chat.
I wonder who Night Ferret might be.
I
wonder if I may have invited the entire business here.
I just immediately think of like a furry version of Batman, just like I am the Night Ferret.
Wonder if anybody has any questions so far, because I've kind of rushed through everything explaining the mechanics and stuff, because everything happens so fast that I'm not really able to keep up, so.
Oh, Knife Ferret. I had it wrong. It is Knife Ferret.
Knife Ferret. Oh, I wonder if the Stabby Stab Ferret's gonna...
He can still be in the Batman universe, he's just a villain.
That's true.
I am the one who dukes.
No. Knife Ferret ends up in an action game. He's Duke Nukem.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Ferret Ruler. Or you could do, I'm gonna name my ferret one day Renaissance. Short for Renaissance Ferret. I'm
he
sorry,
has to
that
be a
was
bard.
terrible.
They have to
And
be
now,
a
yeah.
bard.
And you see, like, this is like how my brain works. I'm looking exactly right now how many gems I have. I came in with 1489. That's like right on point for my route specifically. Now, of course, a lot of people will run a little more gem than that. I actually run a little under gem compared to a lot of other runners. But I'm running with 1489. 1490 is about where I want to be. And yeah, I'm just mindful of that every level I go in, like how many gems generally I'm supposed to have, am I within range, if I'm short, how many do I need, what strategies coming up can I do, what extra gems coming up can I do, look for things like opportunities to get 10s, 5s, a couple of 2s, just anything to cut down any deficit, or if I'm ahead, what can I skip? I don't want to do that too, oh, I'm dying here, I screwed up, but it's fine, I'm losing like maybe 12 seconds off that, but you know, just thinking about strategies like what can I do coming up to prevent my gems from staying down? Like what easy access gems can I get? What is it possible? Because what I'm trying to be mindful of more so, I'm trying to be more mindful of like things like there's a strategy later in the game on treetops where you really don't want. That's kind of where I think, okay, how many gems do I have? Because if I don't have a certain amount, I'm behind and I'm gonna have a lot of trouble getting them because I don't have a lot of places left to get gems from. Because one, Jacques. You definitely want to go into Jacques with like at least 5620. Preferably more, but 5620 is like the bare minimum. And then treetops. You want to go into treetops with about 40, I think it was 4270, something like that. There is a funny little sequence break here. I'm not going to do it because it's not part of my route where you actually can go through that wall. There's no collision on that mountain there to get the egg thief, but egg thief's not part of my route, so I skipped it. Anyways, but yeah, we're coming up to high caves now, so if you want to explain anything else about the stream, donations, you can go ahead and do that now, and I'll explain the chaos that is coming up that is high caves.
Do you have like a cheat sheet for this speed run going up? Because every time that we've had new donations come in, within like 30 seconds, you're like, hey, if you got any new donations, go ahead and read them. I swear, you're on top of it. But,
no, I just know I don't want to talk over you guys the whole time.
You're the runner. This is about you. I'm just here to provide moral support and hugs. Anyway, Kumori Urufu donates $25 and goes, hold on, Spyro goes bunk.
I love how my friends are just beaming this whole thing up. It's making me so happy.
By the way, we are at 295 out of 300 for that roll.
Oh my gosh, $5? That's
$5. But remember, you could do it in increments of 25 cents if you want. We could have two people with $2.50. I'm gonna make it. We've got so much time. We can absolutely close it out, and that means special. I gotta do this supermarket style. Special awareness. We need a new incentive on aisle 6. Special incentive. We need a new incentive on aisle 6. Thank you.
I work, my full-time job, of course, I work in like a store. Okay, back to the run real quick. This is called
I'm gonna
Bike
want you to
Cave.
follow up on that later.
I'll follow up on that later. Bike Caves. This is a ridiculous strat that involves supercharging. I missed the druid. I'm gonna go get it real quick. Supercharging through the caves that you're not supposed to go through. I only do it halfway because the other one you have to be a certain amount of speed to get a certain cycle, because everything in this game operates on a cycle, everything that moves. It operates on cycles, and if you're fast enough, you can meet like early cycles, but I'm never quick enough to get the actual cycle I need, so I usually just do a half bike. It does under-gem me a little, but I can make those gems up coming up pretty easily, so I just have to be pretty on top of it, that's all. All right, out of high caves, we'll be going to Wizard Peak. Of course, we now introduce the mechanic called supercharging in high caves, where it gives you a larger charge speed and jump height when you jump. Of course, you can use that to break open unbreakable chests like I just did. You can charge through enemies. You can charge through enemies with armor, which you normally cannot do. Large enemies with armor. It is basically a workaround for if flaming and charging doesn't work, try supercharging if there's a supercharge nearby. So what I'm going to do here is a flame charge jump. Got it? I got to access that wizard early and get his 10 gem. easy way to get a 10 there. It's not exactly precise, it's just kind of, you have to time it right. You have to jump while you're in the middle of a charge and flame in order to get that. Alright. About to do a lap here, where basically to supercharge, I'll go down here, break open these as much of these gems as I can, get these 2 10s, pop over here, get this 25 gem, get these 3 chests, and then we're going to do a full lap. It's basically where you go across all these towers, try not to die, which I just did. It's okay. We're doing fine. We're having fun, that's what we're doing.
Essentially what Bolt was supposed to do there, he's going to land on those 2 towers, fly to that cave he just died from, and then by the end of that lap there will be a 3rd tower he'll smash into, and behind that tower will be the egg thief.
Yep, which I just got.
All of those ice monsters make me think of Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village.
I thought you were going to say Lady Dimmadome.
Yeah. I'm Dimitrescu, owner of the Dinsdale Dimitrescu.
If there's not a mod for Lady D now that looks like Doug Dimmadome, I'll be upset.
My daughter's in this castle, right? Not right.
Right. So, I recently like, you talk about how, like, my friends are just memeing it up right now. Yeah, we recently played Faces of Evil on stream, so that's the kind of meme trash that we are. But no, so Wizard Peak, pain in the butt level, with the large amount of supercharge, a lot of just really precise supercharge, a lot of just trying to go as fast as possible through like a lot of different enemies, and that's the only one of the only levels where you have to repeat a route twice. It's one of the only uses of death abuse in this game. We're good on gems, $5.99. I'm about 9 ahead of my my idea of where I want to be. Go right through this chest, and okay, so here's a fun strat that a lot of people are entertained by. I want to touch the dragon through this portal. Got it. If you set up the camera a certain way, the animation will stretch out a little longer for some reason. And when the animation stretches out, the you can actually make it stretch out long enough to touch the dragon platform before the level generates, and then you basically just capture the dragon without actually having to go to capture the dragon. So it saves about 7 seconds to do that.
Do I have time to read a donation that came in from
I'm scared. Is this one, should I be scared of this one?
I've been given permission to read this one as Kermit, if that tells you anything.
Tarukai788 donates $25 and says, "Time for more Sprugu the Dorcas going real quick! Ah! Make sure to headbutt Dorito."
I think you guys are breaking the host.
I'm easily amused by everything. We also have a $5 donation from Mr. Jerky Jerky saying, "Gotta get those incentives done. But I have a question. What's your favorite dragon quote from the game?"
Thank you for releasing me! That's what either that or Cletus. Cletus on Beastmaker's Homeworld goes, he goes, what is it? It's like, Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go.
Mrs. Bighead?
Also, with those donations, we have hit the incentive. We're getting the rolled out difficult level showcase.
Need another incentive on aisle 6! Need another incentive on aisle 6!
Also, thanks to you guys hitting that difficult level showcase, we now also have a second bid war. In addition to the Super Monkey Ball 2 Community Pack name choice, we also have the rolled out character choice, which you can choose between Chartreuse the Giraffe, Morris the Rat, or Salcone the Chicken. So, please, get those donations in. I am personally looking for Giraffe just because I have a friend who
I like
hates
Giraffe too.
I like Giraffe, but they're all valid. They're all valid, but one of them will be more valid than the others, and that's up to you, chat. Get those donations in.
Okay, so I just went through Blowhard, just basically went over those really anxiety-inducing platforms, and now I'm gonna go kill Blowhard, because Blowhard's worth a lot of gems. So that's the reason I'm here. The bosses, there's really they're kind of just there in Spyro 1, but the bosses in Spyro 1, the thing is, they're usually worth a lot of gems. You may have noticed I skipped Shemp entirely earlier, the boss himself. But the actual, like, blowhard is worth a lot of gems, as you saw there, so... So we're gonna go ahead and exit Magic Crafters, which I now have my 5 eggs, so we're going to go to Beast Makers, which is notoriously difficult. But we're not going to be here for all 6 levels. We're going to only do 5 of the levels here if you count the hub world. We're going to skip Terrace Village because I now have enough dragons to where I can just complete the rest of the levels and get 50, so without having to do Terrace. So get these guys electric fields. Don't even have to worry about their electric fields because I'm fast. There may be fast, but Spray, go faster. And then, of course, there's like, you can do like double jumps with these chests and stuff. So here's one of the few uses of an invincibility. Meant to actually use it to not take damage there, but I think I jumped in the pond a little early. But you actually can do that without taking damage. And then there's a boar back there worth a 10. And honestly, we're just kind of getting to the point where I've mostly explained everything. So we're going to have to eventually get to the point where we explain the end game. Because it's complicated. I'm going to probably get to that when we get to Dreamweaver. But, Wild Flight, you know, just... there's a specific route I take here. There is a faster way to do this, but I have not learned it yet, like how to do it consistently. You have to be crazy fast, and I'm not quite fast enough to do it yet. If I am fast enough, I might... since this is technical pace, it won't lose me that much. But... I probably will not be fast enough. Alright. Any donations?
I believe we are still fresh out of donations, but like I said, we are waiting for I know. The hype boiled over.
Hype needs to go up. See, look at this Wild Flight. This is a really good looking. Oh my gosh, this Wild.
I want to take away from the runner, but if you guys want to have your donation read as a certain character, I can do my best. So
they're talking about Rocco's Modern Life in chat. Carlos Alves Rockway. Yeah, Carlos Alves Rockway did a really good job as Spyro, I think. I do not like Tom Kenny as Spyro in their more recent games. I think it's fine. They probably gave him direction to be really, like hammy, childish acting, like really cartoony, and for me, it's definitely more kidified in a way, which I'm fine with. I know why they did it, but at the same time...
I was gonna say, he was definitely more SpongeBob in the recent games than he was Spyro.
Wasn't Elijah Wood Spyro at one point?
Yes, in the Sierra reboot, that was like New Beginning, 2007 those came out.
Yes, the Hot Dragon Dance trilogy. The Hot Dragon Dance trilogy.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, because this is Misty Bog. This level is notoriously difficult. Pay no attention to the man in the background, that's just my roommate. But, Misty Bog has... The thing with Misty Bog is it's very difficult because, one, it has ridiculously aggressive enemies. 2, it has some of the, it has like a lot of enemies in a very short period of small area. And it's just really, and it's a very treacherous ruin climb halfway through the level. I actually do not know how I'm doing on this run right now, but it feels pretty good. I'm not timing this.
I won't say anything.
Yeah. If someone's timing me, that would be amazing. But
don't worry about it.
I know this is late for you though, but I'm not worried about time either way. So as you can see, I have light bulbs charging. Things will charge toward you, and then if you take damage, the sword guys will run toward you. It's really, really ridiculous, this level in particular. And of course, this, which I messed up on earlier today in practice, this ruin climb, which always trips people up. And like, as you see, I charge upstairs rather than just walking up them because it's ridiculously fast. So everything, you have to think of everything, how can I do this faster? That's just kind of the nature of speed. So the other thing about speedrunning, I didn't really get to explain, one of the people I look up to the most is Deo Man. And the reason I look up to Deo Man is because he put in a lot of time and effort and stuff but for the longest time, he just kind of balanced it with his life. You don't have to... I mean, of course, there's a lot of people who are very passionate. The thing with me is, like, I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and I found a balance that works for me, where I don't feel like I'm going to burn out. Because a lot of people will run, burn, and then burn themselves out. We're doing one ton of obey here. Hold on. We're good. But yeah, it's like a lot of things with speedrunning is like you get what you put in, but take your time. I'd say everyone who comes in, because I love helping new people out with this game, take your time. Because I came in just kind of randomly one day, really decided I liked it, got addicted to it, but I'm, balancing it with my life. I have a full-time job I do as well, so Twitch is not my full-time job. So I don't really know if I want it to be. It's something I do because I really enjoy doing it.
You and I are alike in that regard. I have my own Twitch channel, but it's like, look, I'm just here to share good gaming experiences with people who need something to listen to.
Oh yeah, I have to meme it, sorry. That last dragon is Mad Demon! That's a meme in my channel. I have to do it for like the 14 people in here that are actually from
Mad Dragon.
Mad Dragon!
Mad Dragon.
Mad Dragon! Oh, I missed Fast Thief on
oh no. Oh no.
What I was trying to do there was called Fast Thief. And what Fast Thief is, basically if you get here quick enough, the thief will not spawn here, but he will instead spawn across here, which, by the way, I also just did another sequence break where you're not supposed to do that, but that one's harder to explain than it is to do. If you jump before a supercharge, you go faster. So all you do is basically go to the end of the ramp and turn, and hit a nice X off the, get a nice timed X off the ramp, and that's basically it. So, nice, I got all 5 chances. That's kind of, I like the neck, it's just swag to look at. But we're gonna rescue the dragon Isaac here in a second. Then we're coming up to a trick, an infamous trick for me, called Stone Knot. It's basically a supercharge into a landscape jump, and we'll see if we actually get it. I've failed it twice today, so I usually am. I'm 50-50 on it though. But then again, I got Mama Proxy earlier, so okay. If this is, if you would like to, this is a good time probably to talk.
I don't know, because I might enable them if I do. We've had 2 donations, both from ferrets. The ferret train, the ferret army is approaching.
Got it.
Night Ferret returns with another $25 saying, 5 eggs is never enough. We also have Escape Ferret donating $10 with no comment, which honestly is more terrifying than adding a comment. Also,
Scary.
Knife Ferret, while you've got your knife pointed at my throat, where do you want the $25 to go to? We have Bid Wars for Rolled Out and Super Monkey Ball 2. I can pick for you, but you can always choose.
Please pull the knife away from the host.
I attempted a wall clip there. It's a
okay,
very
I kind of like it, I think.
Game's a little bit like a proxy, but for some reason you go through the wall instead of going through the air. So you actually go through the wall to an area you actually are supposed to get to later, which we're about to get to now. So it just saves time. I'm actually taking an easier route because I'm Sparksless right now. Of course, for those that don't know, Sparks is your health bar. He turns different colors based on the amount of damage you've taken. Gold is full health. Blue is he took 1 hit. Green, he took 2 hits. And then, of course, if you get hit while he's green, he will die, and you will be Sparksless. Sparks, as you notice, captures gems for me when I can't reach them myself. So I'll go down here, and he'll capture those gems, so I just have to generally walk through the area, and the gems will home in, which was a very good mechanic for this game, because if anybody remembers the trial version of this game, you had to actually run into the gems, and it was very not good. I think also possibly the Japanese version of this game, Sparks is less powerful. But yeah, that's, alright. Anyway, so we're coming up to Metalhead here. Metalhead is about to be Metal Dead. Okay, there goes the pulse.
Just to let you know, Knife Ferret, upon your permission for Announcer's Choice, I have assigned the $25 to Mimi for the Super Monkey Ball 2 Community Pack. I think we need a little bit more competition, so now Mimi and I are tied at $25. Baby's still ahead at $45. But now it's not as heavy a lead.
I definitely need a throat lozenge.
Hey, my name's Spyro. I'm here to rescue you.
My name's
If you breathe fire through your throat that often and you don't hydrate, I imagine you'd sound like that after like
probably dehydrates. Hydrate before you dehydrate. If you're listening to this right now, please drink water.
You want your throat to be as smooth as Sparks, so you can go around going.
41-22. We're actually really good on gems for once. I never thought I'd say that in the middle of the showcase, but I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so I had to go flame him.
Spyro shaking up Ripto to ask where the dragon eggs are. Where are they?
Where are they?
I don't know, Spyro. I had my magician take care of them.
So, as we get ready to exit Beastmakers here, I guess it's time to start talking about the end game. Because we're coming up to Dreamweavers, and there's only 2 levels we'll be visiting in Dreamweavers. Those levels are Jacques and Icy Flight in reverse order. Icy Flight is pretty straightforward, and that's probably where I'm going to take the time to talk about... Well, first of all, we have 2 little sequence breaks coming up, and I'm going to show you those first. Before we get to Icy Flight, where I'm going to talk about the end game. Okay, so coming up
start
here...
putting it PM after that, the end game PM.
It's something. So there's something in Endgame that was recently discovered to be humanly possible after being thought to be task only for the longest time. First sequence break and second sequence break. That was a guard skip. That was a platform jump into a guard skip. Got them both. We're all set. So the craziest thing about Endgame is this trick that's been found. So some years ago, there was a runner by the name of Tuval. A lot of people have heard of Tuval. If you've not heard of Tuval, you've probably heard of the impact he had on the speedrunning community. He found a lot of the skips that you see me using. He found a skip on the end game called Twilight Harbor Skip. Twilight Harbor Skip saves 40 to 50 seconds off of normal endgame. It's basically a jump. Because what he discovered was the top of the Nasty North portal is hollow. The dragon head is hollow. There's no collision. So if you can manage to get on top of that, you can just phase right through it and go straight to Nasty North without having to complete Twilight Harbor or North Cove. However, that wasn't enough. He decided to go find another method, and this other method is now called Coveless. Coveless is he actually ended up getting it on his PB, which was like a 3850 something. He ended up getting it on his PB some years ago, but there's been a lot of people found it to be kind of a luck thing because nobody else has been able to replicate that since. That was back in 2016. So finally we have what we're doing now, what the world record holder does, and I became the second runner in this game to ever achieve on a PB in this category. It's called Rat Proxy. It's a proxy, just like the Mama Proxy you guys saw earlier, but the hitbox is much smaller. They found a setup that works for it. So you can basically just charge into the corner, get the rat into the corner, and with that, you should be able to, hopefully, fly into the air, get on top of the North Cove portal, and glide across the dragon heads until you're inside of the Nasty portal. Now, I have not gotten this consistently. I've only ever gotten it, PB'd off it twice. I usually don't get it very fast. I'm going to use any excess time up to the 45-minute mark to actually attempt it, but I'll know when I have to ditch. So I'm going to attempt Rat Proxy. So it would be the first time anybody would have ever done this on Fastest First. But in the meantime, while we're prepping for that, let's go ahead and kill Jacques and any donations we should know about.
I'm checking right now. We are still waiting for the rest of the ferret army to show up. My guess is they're busy hiding socks and furniture or something like that. But we do have... It's, you know, sometimes temptation gets you. I've been there before. We still have the character choices for rolled out between Chartreuse the giraffe, Morris the rat, who's getting home court advantage right now based on this trick, and Snowcone the chicken, all at 0, so anyone's game at this point. Super Monkey Ball 2 Community Pack, Monkey Choice, we have I at 25, Baby at 45, Gun at 5, and Mimi at 25. So, same as before, but anyone could change that at any time.
As you saw, I'm a little overgemmed. I will let you guys know, if I get Rat Proxy, this PBs. I'm that ahead, right? I'm actually almost a mid ahead right now off that run. So, about 30 seconds. So if I can get Rat Proxy in about 14 or so seconds, this actually will PB, but you have to kind of, it's really kind of a crappy trick because you have to kind of really depend on the rat. Where the rat goes is kind of... I'm about to have a heart attack.
He just got it. I think we might have lost audio for Bolt there for a couple seconds, but he just got the rat proxy. He went right into the Nasty Nork, who is the final boss of the game, essentially the only real one you technically have to defeat in this game as well. Time will come up on the final hit.
I don't even want to tell him that his audio's out. I just want him to get this PB.
My audio shouldn't be out now.
Alright, you're good, you're good.
No, I probably just peaked it. I'm gonna have to retime it. I don't know what the time's gonna be. Because y'all had a different offset than I do, so.
Time.
Let's go!
I just
no, I just lost the stream.
No, it's okay. It was 41:28 when he retimed.
Sorry, I took
and
so
then
long.
I want to say it's like a
forgot about you.
41.
What about
Oh my god.
Something like that.
Oh, I just PB'd in the marathon.
So now there's order
Man.
again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly.
It's 2 months. I have not PB'd in 2 months.
What will you do
Let's
next?
go, dude.
I'd say this guy's
Nice job, man.
Holy crap. Well, you guys got to see Rat Proxy. I need a beer for that one.
the fair rat army came to the rescue. Let's go.
Donate for that one, guys. Donate
Please.
for that one.
The
Guys,
stream's still up, but I see everybody celebrating. Congratulations, dude.
I may be
Please
biased
put
towards
donations in
Giraffe.
there for that.
I may be biased towards Giraffe, but if Morris the Rat doesn't win that bid war now, you'll have failed me.
Woo!
Spooty89 with the $25
First marathon
donation.
Rat Proxy. That was probably a 4130X.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Oh my God.
It's probably not beyond 4140.
I might have it wrong, but I clocked you at 42:29.
It's probably, my offset's different. I was looking at the clock on here, but I'm gonna check my offset because it starts, the 0 mark is when you start the run. Maybe it isn't PB, I don't know. We'll see, but I saw their timer had me about 4140, so.
I have faith.
42:29 feels a little, I mean, it may not, maybe it is a PB, I don't know. It feels like a PB though. I think it is.
You can always retime it later.
I will. It's,
Sure.
at least I'm pretty sure it's a 41, so.
And Spooty89 donates $25 saying, good going with the rat proxy. That was impressive, like genuinely. And now you can look in this moment anytime you want. You can clip it.
Well, I have to clip
Share
this
it.
to retime the run now because I'm not local recording.
That's a world record, iBolt. First person on fastest furs to pull off rat proxy.
That is a world record.
Exclamation point YouTube.
So, any
hey,
shout-outs
Oasis.
you want to give? Anything else you wanna say?
Holy crap. Donate, guys. And this boy crashed from Cloud with me. Thank you for backing me up when I freaked out. So,
Not a problem, my friend.
Please tell Narf Moogle in the chat that he is a big sploot head. Sploot. I'm about to go probably crack open a cold one with the boys, with the long boys.
I'm with you on that one, Bolt. That was great.
With the long boys.
I might join you, but I gotta do my wrap up.